my name is Marie, welcome to my channel, and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm very excited because this is my very first speed build or build that I'm sharing with the brand new kits. I'm featuring both of the new build kits, which are the Kitchen Clutter kit and also the Restoration Workshop kit. Usually whenever we have new kits come out, I gravitate towards like decorating an apartment to really focus on the new stuff coming with the kit. It's usually not that much, so it's like easier to focus on it when you're just doing an apartment build and like you're just focusing on decorating the place. But since this one includes a garage kind of clutter kit, I felt like building a little house with a garage. So that's what we're doing today, and I really thought it'd be so cute to just sit down and build a like smaller, a little bit more cluttered, messy family type of home for a young family. And also, of course, we did have 3 new kits drop. So one of them was a Create a Sim kit, which is the Golden Years one. And so I was kind of envisioning, you can't really tell, like I'm not using that kit in this build obviously because it is a build and not a Create a Sim video. So I'm not featuring the new Golden Years kit, but to kind of still sprinkle it in there into the storyline, I was really thinking of like a family home for a young couple with a toddler that maybe inherited this older bungalow, like this older house from their grandparents. And they have just recently sort of moved in, and there's definitely room for renovations in this house. There's a huge garage, but only 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So I was thinking they inherited this place and they moved in, but in the future they really want to like renovate it, maybe add another bedroom and bathroom in the garage so that they can expand the family. I was kind of thinking that maybe they also have like a baby on the way. It doesn't really, you can't really tell that from this build, but that's kind of what was happening in my brain for this specific storyline. I thought that would be really cute. So yeah, that's where I sort of sprinkled like the grandparents sort of into the build storyline wise. And I had so much fun with this, especially it being like a younger couple with a toddler that have just moved into this house that they recently inherited. So it's a little bit messy. They did have time to renovate the bathroom, for example. So they have a really nice and like renovated new bathroom, which I obviously used the sleek bathroom kit for, which is also one that we like recently got. So that was kind of fun to sprinkle that in here as well. And then for the rest, I just turned it into a very cluttered family home, obviously focusing on the Kitchen Clutter kit and also the Restoration Workshop kit for the garage. I am so excited that we now finally have some stuff to decorate garages with. Every time I build a house that either has a garage attached or like a separate garage or a shed in the back, every time I always mention, be it on stream when I'm building the house live or in the voiceover for the speed build, I will never fail to mention the fact that I really want some like fun stuff to decorate garages with, just like some garage items, some more workbench type things, some more like messy clutter items for garages, tools mounted to the wall, or just like some loose tools that you can just kind of scatter around the place, like those types of things. And that's exactly what we got in this kit. So I was so excited when I first got my hands on it. Obviously it also has some appliances that you can actually fix. I really like that, especially with these 2 kits, both the kitchen one and the restoration one, is that they kind of sprinkle in some gameplay aspects as well, in the sense that some of the items are like functional. For the restoration one, they added in some broken appliances that you can just plonk down and then repair. And then once they're repaired, you can actually use them. And I do know that if you are using cheats and if you go into the debug menu for the new kit, then it also gives you all the swatches for the actual fixed appliances. So you can just place them in your kitchens and have them be functional from the get-go as well. So that is a really nice little hack right there. But it's just so fun that it basically comes with new appliances, a fridge, a stove. There's a really cool retro looking microwave and also a coffee maker, which is just great. It's just such fun additions. And then there's also a new woodworking bench in the new kit that is obviously also functional. So it's just so fun. There is also, I think, a like electrical, like little fuse box type thing to put on the wall. I think that one is functional as well. And then there's a water heater that you can also, I think, fix up. So yeah, there's definitely some functional items in the kit. It's not just decor, which I think is just just so great. And the same goes for the kitchen clutter one, actually. I think it's so cool that, for example, you can click the cereal boxes and actually grab a bowl of cereal from them. You can click the cookie jar and actually get a cookie from it. Like, it's those little things just make such a difference that you don't have to click the fridge for anything, like for everything. If you want to have your Sims have some food or a snack, obviously you can also click like the microwave and stuff, but it's just so nice to have these clutter items just like on your table, on the counters, and they're actually functional. You can grab some food from them. And I just think that that is so cute. It's those little things that really make a difference, and I'm just so happy with it. Obviously, kitchen clutter kit, I mean, they can't go wrong with that. It is so much fun. Everyone has been wanting more kitchen clutter for so long, including myself. I'm so happy that we have some very versatile stuff now, not only for kitchens, but I also feel like really fun for like pantries, mud rooms, like those types of things. So we have those like stackable bins, which are really cool. I will say in my game, I'm not sure if that's just me or if that's everyone else as well, but I kind of still have this. I've had this bug in my game for years where when I stack items, basically like the stacked items will delete themselves. So if I stack like 3 bins on top of each other, the 2 bins that I stacked on top of the base one, let's say, they'll delete themselves after a while, or when I go out of the game and come back to it later, or go into Managed Worlds and come back into the house, like no matter what I do, they'll delete themselves. It's kind of annoying. The base items will always stay in place, but the stacked items on top, they'll delete themselves. Not sure if that's just my game, I don't know, but I've had this bug for years, so that's kind of annoying. I did some really cute like stacking of bins and like items in the kitchen for this house as well. Unfortunately, they got deleted and I didn't notice that until I had already taken the screenshots, so that was a little bit annoying, but you know, it's fine, it happens. It's still really fun that you can actually, that there's an option to stack them. Like maybe it might be like moths interfering with the game or something, I'm not actually sure, but it is a little bit frustrating. Anyway, you can really see the house come together. The house itself, I was actually working off of a sketch of a little retro home that I found on Pinterest. It also had a floor plan included that I thought was really cute. It was a really simple 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom floor plan, and then it had a huge garage. And then it also had like a closed off, I think, in the floor plan it said multi-purpose room, and I actually turned it into a little laundry / mud room. I thought that was really fun. There's a sliding door out to the back porch from that room, and it was just the perfect spot to place some laundry machines and some more like pantry type stuff from the kitchen clutter kit. So that was a really nice chance to use some more like storage kind of items. So that was really fun. And then for the rest, it's a really simple 2-bedroom house. And obviously what sold me on the floor plan was the kind of huge garage that is attached to the house, because that gave me all the space to play around with a new restoration workshop kit as well. So needless to say, like I had a lot of fun with this house. I think it's so fun. Also, one of the best things, like I'm so excited that they actually added the drywall wallpaper in the restoration workshop kit. I am so stupidly excited about the drywall. It's not even funny. I just think it's great that we have that now. It's so versatile as well. You can obviously use it in like your garages and basements and stuff, but I also think it's really fun to tell a story when you're doing renovations to a house or when you're working on a fixer-upper, to just use that drywall wallpaper in some rooms, on some walls. I think that is so great, and that's so versatile. So I'll probably be using that a lot, and actually just that wallpaper alone is inspiring me to like build some actual fixer-uppers or some ongoing like renovation projects within builds, you know, within houses. I think that's just kind of fun to sort of represent in a storyline that way. So I'm so excited about that as well. And then for the rest, yeah, I think these kits are really good. I think the Sims team did an amazing job with these 2 build buy kits. And I say build buy kits because the Golden Years cast one, I know I'm not alone in this. I'm kind of disappointed by that one. And I hate to say it because I was so excited about the concept of the Golden Years kit. Of course, when they first teased it to us in the roadmap, they didn't like specify what that was going to be, like whether that was going to be a cast kit or a build buy kit or something else. It just said something about Golden Years. So we didn't really know what to expect. And then I was kind of hoping it would be built by and Cass, because they have been doing that for the Casanova Cave kit. They also did that for the Secret Sanctuary one, where they did both built by but also a little bit of Cass. And that's, I guess, kind of what I was hoping for, even though I'm not a huge fan of that concept. For the Golden Years one, I felt like maybe it would be possible and kind of fun to do, where we would get a couple of really cute Cass items for elderly Sims, even though elderly Sims can literally wear anything else in the game as well. Like, they don't need their own, like, type of fashion, if you know what I mean. But it's kind of fun to, you know, add something towards elders that is just, you know, kind of marketed towards them. And then built by wise, I'm not exactly sure what, but like maybe some cute recliners or like older couches. I'm not exactly sure what I would be looking for, but that's sort of what I was imagining. And then it obviously was just a Cass kit, which in theory is a lot of fun, but the items themselves, I don't know, they kind of disappointed me. And I was a little bit sad about it because, like I said, I was really excited about something marketed towards elderly Sims because they really need and deserve it. I, for one, am definitely still hoping that we'll get like a game pack or stuff pack, or maybe even an expansion pack focused on elderly Sims. I think that would be so cool if we would get like retirement homes, functional ones. Not exactly sure how in the game that would function, but you know, just something like that. I think that would be so cool. Also, someone on stream mentioned ones that they would love to see a pack for catered towards elderly Sims where they can like get vans and like travel around the world. Obviously, we don't actually have cars in the game, but I just thought that would be such a cute idea. Just something along those lines I think would be so fun. Elderly Sims, they need and deserve more representation in this game. Okay, I can't say it enough. I love elderly Sims and they need more representation in this game. I really want a pack, at least a game pack that is just for them. You know, I think that would be so cute. Let me know what you think if you got the, well, actually, let me know what you think about all three of these kits. Did you get them? Are you not getting them? Did you just get maybe 1 out of 3? What do you think of them? Let me know your thoughts, and let me know also specifically how you feel about the Golden Years one, because I want to know. I feel like I'm definitely not alone in the fact that I'm just kind of disappointed, but also it's just, you know, they're finally giving us something for elderly Sims that a lot of us in the community have been asking for years. And then, you know, it's just a Cass kit. We're just like, okay, but now we want more. We need more for the elderly Sims. Please don't let this be the only thing that we're getting that is specifically for the elderly Sims. You know what I mean? Like, we want more, please. So yeah, that's how I feel about it, and I'm really hoping that we'll get more. I am manifesting it. In fact, I think it's definitely a possibility, because I feel like with these kits, what they sometimes do is they'll give us kits that then somehow like tie into like newer expansion packs that we got. For example, we got like the Bistro kit a while back, which kind of ties nicely with the Love Struck pack in my opinion, since that one was a lot like about building, like build wise, it was a lot about like dating community lots type things. And I feel like the Bistro one sort of tied into that one really nicely. Then obviously we have the Restoration Workshop kit, which I feel like ties in perfectly with the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. I could totally see like a little workshop, a little restoration store type thing in Nordhaven, like in the more industrial area of Nordhaven. I feel like that would be so cute, and it would definitely tie right into that. So yeah, I'm hoping that maybe with this Golden Years Cass kit, we'll get some more like also built by stuff for elderly Sims at a later point. That's what I'm hoping anyway, but obviously fingers crossed. We'll see what ends up happening. But here in the meantime, I am completely talking over decorating this house, and as you can see, it is definitely very cluttered. I started off by doing the kitchen because obviously I was the most excited about that, because that's where I could be using the kitchen clutter kit, and I basically went ham in there. It's very cluttered. I did leave the corner counter actually free of decorations. I just placed some wall decorations around the corner counter, and I actually did forget to play test this house. So forgive me if the kitchen isn't functional, but it should be, since I left the corner counter free of decorations. If there are issues, you can very easily obviously go through and delete a few clutter items and then you should be fine. But yeah, the kitchen's definitely very cluttered. And I love that. I think my favorite item from the kitchen clutter kit is the little bar cart type thing, like the island. It's not like a bar, it's more like an island, like a little kitchen island on wheels, I feel. And I think it's so convenient and just so versatile as well. For this kitchen, I actually place it against the wall, so not necessarily as an island, but more so against the wall for just some more storage and, you know, just some more services, I guess. In real life, you would definitely maybe also use that surface for cooking, cutting, you know, maybe that would be a possibility. Maybe in real life, probably you would maybe put your coffee maker on it, which I don't think is possible. I actually haven't tried to slot appliances to it, but I don't think that's possible. But I could be lying. I should try that sometime. But yeah, so I definitely placed that little island in there as well. I think it's so cute. I actually did not have the space for any appliances other than obviously the fridge, the stove, and the sink. So no microwave or coffee maker or anything in here because I wanted all my counter space for clutter because I wanted to use all the items. I think I did use all the items. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I forgot to use the little, the tiny little alarm clock that comes in the kit. I think I forgot to place that one in here, but for the rest, I think I placed everything. So yeah, that was really fun. And then here we have that little mud room that was perfect for some laundry machines. I know laundry machines aren't everyone's favorite in the game, like gameplay wise, because they tend to be a little buggy or catch fire. Like that happens a lot as well, and that's sort of terrifying. So I completely understand if you want to go through and delete those. Obviously, whenever you download my builds, this obviously goes without saying, but just to mention it anyway, whenever you download any of my builds, obviously you can always just change anything and everything, redecorate the entire place. Like, I don't care, but I thought this was the cutest place for some laundry machines, so I did that anyway. And then here in this pantry, you can see that I placed some clutter. I stacked a couple of those storage bins as well, which then obviously later on, the little stacked top bin deleted itself, but you can see the stackable like functionality here, and it's just so cute. I love those bins. They come in such a nice like variety of swatches as well, so you can definitely just stack your pantry full of those storage bins and still have it look not too repetitive. So I think that is that's just great. And then after the mudroom, we're moving on to the parents' bedroom, which that one I kept fairly simple. I was still trying to tell the story of a young couple that had recently moved into this house, started doing some renovations. They did renovate the entire bathroom, but I feel like the parents, like the main bedroom, is definitely not their first priority. You can also tell that they redid the floors for most of the home, but in the bedrooms you can see that there's still this very old carpet. This carpet that I'm using is actually from the Pastel Pop kit, and I think it's just so perfect for whenever you want to tell a story of an older house with older carpets. So I'm using that in the bedrooms still. So yeah, they definitely still, I feel like, want to redo the floors and stuff in these bedrooms, but it was just not their first priority. I think their first priority was the bathroom because maybe that one was incredibly outdated. I could totally see that bathroom maybe like being from the 70s and just never ever renovated after that. So they renovated the bathroom. Maybe they like redid some elements of the kitchen, or maybe they redid the entire kitchen because that one actually looks pretty nice and new, also with the new fridge. Obviously there is a lot of clutter like on the fridge, like little drawings and post like little notes and stuff on the fridge with little magnets and stuff, but still the fridge itself looks fairly new to me. So maybe they actually redid or partially redid the kitchen. They fully redid the bathroom, but the bedrooms, not really their first priority. I also think that they want to try to figure out how to get an extra bedroom and bathroom like into the garage, like renovate the garage. So that's definitely something they're also still looking at, thinking about, and it's probably going to cost them a lot of money. And just with the idea of a baby being on the way for this family as well, I just thought that that would be so cute. And now that I'm thinking about it, I would actually love to play out this storyline, like gameplay wise. I think that would be so wholesome. But yeah, here you can see that we have the other bedroom, which I obviously furnished for the toddler. I think this one's really cute. It has a lot of lighter pastel tones. It's very colorful in a way, but not too overwhelming. overwhelming. You can definitely tell that they got this nice new matching furniture set for their toddler. So I really wanted to try to have a mix of older furniture, newer furniture, maybe some pieces that the grandparents actually left in this house. Definitely some newer items as well, such as the entire furniture set for the toddler. So that's kind of what I was trying to do here, especially in the mudroom. I placed a couple of storage items that look a lot older, so maybe they were already in the house, and they just kind of reused those in the mudroom for extra storage. And it looks a little bit more messy and less coordinated, I guess, in there when it comes to the style of the furniture. So that's kind of the story I was trying to tell through the different pieces that I chose. And then here in the toddler's room, like I said, it's a little bit of a colorful mess, but I do really like it. We have that nice blue moment, like the blue rug, and then the really cute pink or yellow curtains. I absolutely love those curtains from Growing Together. I use them throughout this whole house in all the rooms. I just think they're so cute, and the swatches are also adorable and just perfect for more cozy, cluttered family homes, I want to say. And then here you can see in between the bedrooms, we have the bathroom, and this one is really nice and renovated, but still definitely looks like a family bathroom. I wanted there to really be a shower tub combo in here since there is a toddler in this household. So I went for a mix of the Growing Together bathroom stuff and then also the sleek bathroom stuff, like items. So I kind of mixed and matched those. They're both very modern and nice looking, like when it comes to the bathroom items in those packs. So that was a nice mixture of some items, and the sleek bathroom one definitely came in handy for that. And then obviously we have the garage. I'm so excited about this. I was definitely messing around with some of the garage items. I love the new workbenches that we got. I think the two that I placed here are both just decorative ones. And I also love those shelves. I think those industrial shelves are so good. I love that we have some swatches with some wear and tear, which is perfect for garages. But then there's also some really nice new clean looking swatches. And I feel like especially that like new clean swatch in white with the orangey wood, like the honey type wood, is just so pretty, and I'm definitely excited to use that in like an interior for a house at some point. I think that's going to be so great and versatile. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. And then here in the garage, I obviously had to place that old garage fridge that a lot of us, I feel like, have. Not me, because we do not have a garage, but I feel like a lot of us have old garages for extra storage in our or old fridges, sorry, I can't speak today. We have old fridges in our garages for like extra storage and whatnot. So obviously I had to do that and place the really, really old fridge. This one's actually broken, so this one's not functional yet. I think you first have to go through and fix it before you can use it. So that's kind of a fun little project, I guess, that the house comes with if you have the new kit. And then I actually decided to park a car. I still wanted to sort of park a car in the garage, but I had already gone too clutter crazy and it wouldn't fit anymore. So I figured I would just place a car on the driveway, and then I would clutter up the rest of the garage as well, because they're not going to use it for their car anyway, since they want to renovate it into an extra bedroom and bathroom. So that was actually perfect. You can tell that they have some wood storage in here for their ongoing projects. I also parked some bikes. There's a woodworking bench. Just all the garage type things that we have now because of that new kit, and I'm so thankful and so excited about it. And then we obviously have the backyard. I thought it'd be really cozy to place a clothesline in here. I haven't used those in quite some time. And we do have laundry here, so I thought that would be really cute. I also placed an older looking swing set. I really wanted that one to look very old. I think one of the parents that this used to be their grandparents' house since they inherited it. I feel like that one of the parents, when they were a kid, they used to use that swing set all the time. So that one also has some wear and tear. It's kind of older, and I kind of tried to tell that story with it. So I thought it was cute. And then for the rest, we just have a nice picnic table. There's also a kiddie pool. We have a few planter boxes. Obviously a dining table on the back porch as well. So there is a few activities here. I also placed a grill so your Sims can do some grilling out here when the weather is nice. And then just some cozy planters and flowers and whatnot. And then that, I feel like, is basically going to be it for this house. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game, but you can tell that the house shape for this one is very simple, and I did that on purpose since I mainly wanted to focus on the interior for this one while still like having like a cute exterior going on as well. So I tried that. I think I succeeded. I like this one. The driveway I feel like is very cozy. I love that they have the front door on the side. That is definitely not something I would have come up with if it wasn't in the reference picture that I was looking at. So that was perfect. And then obviously we have the garage here with a non-functional garage door from City Living. I think, yeah, you can actually like spray graffiti on this or like paint a mural or something. So that is a kind of a fun activity actually. In the back here, obviously we have the backyard where I just placed a few activities. We have that really cute swing set, a kiddie pool. You can actually hang your laundry to dry here, which is so fun. And then for the rest, just, you know, a nice back porch with a table. There's a back door into the garage as well. And then going inside, we don't really have a set entryway for this one. We just have the front door that essentially just leads you straight into the house. And you can tell that they really tried to come up with a floor plan where there is still enough space for routing and for the little toddler to crawl around, while also just having a nice dinner, like dining space and living room and everything. So it's kind of cramped and awkward, but I think it's really cozy. So over here we have just an entryway kind of where we have a coat rack and some clutter in here, some boxes, a nice leaning mirror that's probably old, but they maybe repainted it or something. And then right here is the dining table. So I wanted it to look like they've been busy baking cookies, probably with the toddler, which I think is so cute. So they've been doing that. Someone's been having some breakfast here while also getting some work done probably. There's a high chair, and then over here we just have the living room. It's kind of convenient actually. Like you can just sit down, have your dinner, and also watch some TV in the meantime, especially with a toddler. I feel like that could be kind of convenient. Then over here, the living room space, we just have a bunch of clutter on the coffee table and also some items here on the fireplace. They have a small TV in the corner, no fancy flat screen or frame TV over the fireplace for this one. In the corner is a small bookcase, and then over here, the showstopper of the house, the cluttered kitchen. Look at that little island cart type thing. Isn't that just the cutest thing? Oh yeah, and the grocery bag is also functional. You can click that and actually purchase groceries from it, which is just genius. It's so smart. I'm also obsessed with this art frame, especially this broccoli swatch. Broccoli is my favorite vegetable, so this, I feel like they added this for me and I feel so grateful. I'm obsessed with the new fridge with all the stickers and pictures and drawings on it. So cute. And I thought the pink fridge swatch would be cute for this one. They're going for a nice colorful interior in here. Also that brand new backsplash, of course, is just so gorgeous. And then we just have all the clutter here, except for on the corner counter here that I try to leave free of decorations. This cutting board is actually a wall decoration, but I just tooled it in place to look like that. So I'm very excited about this kitchen. And then over here we have the mudroom, which is where I placed some laundry machines and then just some additional laundry clutter, also some laundry baskets that will definitely come in handy. And then there's some storage here on the other side, some older looking furniture here. Unfortunately, my stacked bin deleted itself, but that's okay. Then there's a really small hallway over here that leads you into the bedrooms and bathroom. So the parents' bedroom over here is nothing too fancy. It's not too cluttered either, since I feel like they sort of recently moved in and, you know, they haven't really paid a lot of attention to their bedroom just yet. So this is what it looks like. They just have a dresser and a chair in the corner. Over here is the toddler's room, which is really nice and cluttered. We have a lot going on here, also color-wise. I really like this matching set with the changing table and then these storage bins from Dream Home Decorator. I placed a bunch of toys around the place, so it's a nice functional bedroom for the toddler as well, and it's nice and spacious for them. In between the bedrooms here is the nicely renovated bathroom, so a nice mix of growing together bathroom items and sleek bathroom kit stuff. So that's a nice mix. Looks very nice and renovated. I'm obsessed with the tiles that I used in here. They're just so pretty. And then, of course, we have the garage over here, and this is what I've been wanting my garages to look like for years, and now they can finally look like this. Look at these really cute workbenches. My dad used to have this exact thing, I feel, in my childhood home garage. This is what it looked like. It's amazing. There's a functional woodworking bench over here. There's also a functional water tower here, and then a fuse box over here as well. And then the old fridge that you first need to restore actually before you can use it, so I thought that was really cute. And then a bunch of storage next to it. I parked some bikes over here, and we also have a nice garage sink. This ladder that I placed on the wall is actually Debug from Cats and Dogs. I thought that was the perfect addition in here as well. But then that is actually it for this house. So this cluttered family home is up on the gallery. It's not even that expensive, probably because it's not too big. So it comes in at just over 63,000 simoleons. I mean, it's not that cheap either, but it's not bad. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and I built it on a 30 by 20 in the world of Newcrest, but I feel like it goes in a lot of different worlds. But if you want to place it in your game like this, then that's where it goes. But that's gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery, like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmery Sims. You can follow me on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmery Sims as well. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so, and if you'd like to get notified every time I upload, just click that bell icon. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmery Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!